Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things. And always hit them in today. We have a crazy show for y'all, but before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Also, we're going to be launching an exclusive Dreamers Pro community very, very soon. Now, when I say soon, I'm talking about very, very soon. So if you want early access and to receive a one-time offer that's only available to people on the wait list, please make sure you go ahead and do that. We have about 400 signups so far, so if you want to be a part of that, we have that pinned in the description and the comments below. Let's get into today's topic. Stephen A. Smith went off yesterday. He went off yesterday on his show, the Stephen A. Smith Show, and he was getting at some people. In particular, he was getting at LeBron James and the role he has played in the collapse of the Lakers franchise. Folks, the Lakers are a joke. I was cracking jokes about it yesterday, where I was saying that, as a former Laker fan, former Kobe fan, when LeBron retires, then some of us are going to come back and start supporting the team. The reason we can't support the team is just that I don't recognize the team anymore. I don't recognize what it stands for. The Lakers now these days are just one big joke. They drafted Bronny, they got JJ. It's just a bunch of nonsense. Just a bunch of total nonsense. Nobody knows what's going on with the Lakers. And for some of us that used to be fans of the team, we're holding out. Like, you know what? We're going to let y'all go through whatever it is this is y'all are going through. When y'all are done with this, then we'll consider coming back. But for now, y'all can keep that. Y'all can absolutely keep all of that, right? But there was one major story this offseason, and that was around the Lakers coaching search when they were looking to replace Darvin Ham. A very, very controversial decision, by the way. And after Darvin Ham got fired, actually, in the aftermath of that, immediately after that, Stephen A. Smith was saying that the Lakers made the wrong decision. Not just him, a lot of people were saying that, but he was saying that. But he never really got into them hiring or the process behind them hiring JJ Redick. He always kind of kept that situation at arm's length because JJ is a former colleague of his. But looking at the situation now with the Lakers, with them only being 2 games over 500, and JJ Redick supposed to be the next Pat Riley and supposed to be a game changer, was supposed to change the life of the Los Angeles Lakers, it looks like Stephen A. Smith is beginning to look in the direction of JJ Redick, and really he's beginning to expose how JJ got that job all along. Because he's always said that he believes that JJ coming to the Lakers was absolutely engineered. But yesterday, he really went into it and he began to explain the secret moves that LeBron was making in the background to ensure that JJ got hired. And he even spoke about the fact that he believes that the Lakers never really wanted Dan Hurley. And that was just used as a cover-up, so they lowballed him in order to get the guy that LeBron always wanted. This is not what I said. This is what he said. So these are the comments that we want to focus in on today. But before we even get into what Stephen A. Smith had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time. With the year almost over, I am super excited about creating memories with family and friends by attending various plays, theater shows, and sporting events. And when it comes time to look for tickets, Game Time is my go-to. Game Time is one of the most reliable marketplaces for last-minute tickets to the most popular events in sports, music, and theater in more than 60 cities across the United States and Canada. Game Time saves me money, time, and stress. It finds the best deals and guarantees that the tickets are legit, and it makes sure that the tickets are delivered to me on time. Game Time Picks is my favorite tool. It cuts through the fluff and shows you the best deals on great seats near you so you don't waste time searching. For example, I'm really looking forward to this game coming up between the Grizzlies and the Lakers. Here's what I like to do. First, I select an all-in price to see the total ticket price up front, so I'm not surprised by the additional fees at checkout. Next, I click on Game Time Picks to check out their curated deals. And finally, I pick the ticket I want. I choose the cheapest deal, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do now is going to play what he had to say. I want you guys to listen to it carefully, and then I'm going to come back and really react to his comments. Take a listen to that there.
They were begging for him to shoot. I'm talking about the crowd. Because that's how bad it was for Russell Westbrook when he was a Los Angeles Laker. Why was he there? LeBron got him there. LeBron got him there. Now, LeBron isn't responsible for every decision, every bad decision that has perplexed Laker fans all over the place. Rob Pelinka owns that. I understand that. Shavino, bringing along Austin Reeves and this clear fetish with him and all of this. I got that. But we can't ignore what role LeBron played in as well. Because when you just want to chip and then you come off of that and you get to the playoffs, even though you lost in the first round to the Phoenix Suns, the fact of the matter is you didn't have to just throw everything aside. You needed additional bodies for additional mobility so you could acquire the assets needed in order for him to continue to compete. And that's not what happened. Then let's not forget Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham, in his first year as the head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers, guided them to the Western Conference Finals, where they got swept by the Denver Nuggets. The following year, they lose in 5 games to the Denver Nuggets. But what precipitated that? LeBron James and folks hinting that Darvin Ham needed to go. Thereafter, starting a podcast with JJ Redick. And ultimately, JJ Redick becoming the head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't want to hear about LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers offering the job to Danny Hurley. When you offered him the job at $11 million per, it was still about 6 or 7 coaches that were going to be paid more than a 2-time national champion who would be giving up everything to come and coach the Lakers. If you wanted him bad enough, you could have made a better offer. So since you didn't make the better offer, that means you didn't want him bad enough. Is it possible that you didn't want him bad enough because you really wanted JJ Redick all along? And you just wanted to create and manipulate a narrative where that's not what it is or that's not how it looked. And I'm not throwing any shade on JJ. I'm rooting for the brother. He used to work with me at ESPN. I'm not rooting against him. I'm not rooting against him at all. And it ain't his fault for taking the job. Damn right he should have took the job. It ain't his fault for having a podcast with LeBron James. Damn right he should have had a podcast with LeBron James. If I had a basketball podcast, who would I want more than LeBron James? I got it. But in the end, you're LeBron James. And you want to walk around like you the modern day basketball version of Gandhi, acting like you had nothing to do with it. All the things that happened. We were born at night, not last night.
So you heard what Stephen A. Smith had to say. After he said what he said, I actually started to think about it. I'm like, okay, let's go through this in real time. Let's not look at it in hindsight. Let's put ourselves in the moment of when this was happening. You had the Los Angeles Lakers, who were going through challenges all throughout last season with their head coach, Darvin Ham. You had reports that the team didn't respect him. You saw moments on TV when LeBron was disrespecting him on live TV. And in the midst of that, you had LeBron doing a show with JJ Redick. While this is happening, the best player on the team, or the leader, whatever, doing a show with JJ Redick, a guy that we know had already tried to interview for a job with the Toronto Raptors, I believe. So you know that he wants to be a coach. And they're literally talking about X's and O's and how the Lakers should play, while the Lakers have a coach. Think about that. Then the season ends, that coach gets fired, and miraculously, the guy that he was doing a podcast with becomes the coach. But then the story goes, I had nothing to do with it. What? Like, who believes that? Because if you believe that, I got a bridge I got to sell to you. Who believes that? And Stephen A. Smith began to kind of connect the dots and say that he believes that the Lakers offering, even entertaining the conversation of them hiring Dan Hurley was just them posturing. That they didn't really want him, so they lowballed him. Because according to all reports, the number one reason the Lakers, the Dan Hurley turned down the Lakers was because they didn't offer him enough money for him to be willing to uproot his entire life, leave what he had going on there. I forgot the state he was in, to then move him and his family all the way to the Lakers to go take a job for a franchise that seems to be in turmoil perennially. And then that deal doesn't fall through. And then miraculously, JJ Redick comes back in the picture. And Stephen A. Smith is saying that maybe they didn't want it to look like, well, the coaching search starts, and then all of a sudden they just hire JJ Redick without them saying, well, look, we hired JJ, but we weighed him against other options. We tried to get Dan Hurley, but he turned us down. As opposed to them just outright hiring JJ. This is really where he's going. So when you look at this from a holistic standpoint, this may be one of the reasons Stephen A. Smith is saying, no, you don't get to run away from this situation, given the role you played. Given the role you played in all of this. Now, do I believe LeBron played a role in getting JJ Redick hired? Yes, I do. Yes. Am I saying LeBron hired him? No. But do I believe it played a role? Absolutely. Absolutely, I do. I do. So, it's up to you to interpret. That's my take on it. What I want to know from you guys is, do you think this is true? Or do you think Stephen A. Smith is kind of taking it a little bit too far and assuming a little bit too much? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.